Hello, everybody. Welcome to our solar plexus chakra class for today. I'm so grateful for you to be here. I have a new microphone, so I hope this is working. If you have headphones, I recommend them for this class just because the music that I'm going to play is very healing to the solar plexus chakra. So if you have the headphones, you can absorb the music a little better. But if you don't, that's okay. Solar plexus is in this area of our body. Our solar plexus is between our heart and our belly button. So we did our root chakra already. If this is your first time taking this class and you want to go back and do the root chakra, the sacral, and do everything in order, you can. However, I do want to say the solar plexus are generally an area a lot of people need to work on. So if you're starting with this class today, your solar plexus or jumping around, it's okay. You're going to balance all your chakras no matter what doing yoga. So welcome. We are going to play music a little bit later. And hopefully the audio is a little better with having a microphone here. And welcome. So if you have a journal, I would get that handy because we're going to do a little journaling. I do have a candle lit because the element associated with the the solar plexus chakra is fire. And I felt like I wanted some fire going on. Now the smell of that candle can be whatever you want. I picked a citrus scent. Lemon is a great smell for the solar plexus chakra, and peppermint, ginger, sandalwood. There's a lot of different smells that overlap too. I have a blend that I made. I called it the Yes Blend. See, I just put a sticker and wrote it in, crossed off whatever was on the sticker. This one is a combination of wild orange. I even put a sticker on the front that says, "Yes, please." It's wild orange and peppermint together. And what I like about it is it feels energizing to me. So if you have your essential oil, we can just take a moment to rub our hands together. And if not, we've done this before where we imagine a flower. So take a moment, either put your hands near your nose or imagine your flower. And if you're imagining a flower, imagine a yellow flower. And breathe in that smell. Take some nice, grounding, relaxing, calming breaths to get centered into this moment. Let your breath be the music. Let your breath be the sound that gets you connected with the present moment. If you want to use your ujjayi breaths, which is the whisper in the back of your throat, you can start breathing like that now. If you're new to this type of breathing, it's like you're fogging up a mirror on the exhale, or you're making a ha sound on the inhale with your mouth closed. So that's why the sound stays in the back of your throat. One more breath like this. Wonderful. Let's rub our hands together and put our hands on our stomach area where our solar plexus are, just to get in contact with that area, get in touch with what we're going to be working with today. I feel like that's light's blinding people. Oh well, I don't know what to do about it. I'm in a different room today. Yeah, let's make it a positive. The light's framing me today. So our solar plexus chakra. Also on our yoga mats today when we practice, we're going to be using either a blanket or bolster if you have those. And I'll put a link in the description to a potential bolster you could order off Amazon if you don't already have one. Blocks would be nice to have handy. You can get a strap if you want. I don't have one near my mat today, but I will refer to it if there's any poses that could possibly benefit from a strap if you can't reach your foot or whatnot. So our solar plexus, the color associated with it is yellow. I do have here. I'm going to stand here or sit here. I do have a crystal near my mat. It's a citrine crystal, and citrine is known to be helpful with confidence. So if you like working with crystals, that's a nice one to have. I have a yellow citrine crystal. I love to rub my hands together when I have essential oils because it just makes the smell open up in front of me, and it also just gets me in contact with my own body. I started talking and I like to use my hands when I talk, so I may not keep my hands on my solar plexus the whole time. I'm going to back up a little bit so that you can see this area too if I'm referring to my solar plexus. So why are the solar plexus an important chakra? All of our chakras are important. All of them are very significant. And we've talked about the other ones if you've been in my other classes. This one is the third one. It's in the middle of our bodies. It has a lot to do with our confidence. So if you think about the color yellow, it generally is pretty happy. It makes you feel good. If you think of somebody wearing yellow, usually they're a pretty confident person, I feel like, or a happy person, or they're feeling that way today, or they're trying to get happier. Sometimes a color can actually change your mood. If you were feeling depressed and you painted your room yellow, it could help lift your mood every day waking up and seeing yellow. Unless for some reason you hate the color and you know yourself better than anyone else, maybe that's the worst color you can paint your room. But generally yellow is a happier color. So when your solar plexus are balanced, you will exude confidence. You will have self-confidence. It'll be in a balanced, healthy way. We'll talk about imbalanced chakras in a second. So just a quick recap, we have 7 chakras from our root to our crown, and they all are along our spine. And my other classes, I get into a lot of detail of what they are. They're energetic centers, and they all have different qualities of characteristics that they represent, that they tend to symbolize. Like our root chakra has a lot to do with safety, our sacral chakra has a lot to do with emotions, our solar plexus has a lot to do with confidence, our heart chakra has a lot to do with also with processing emotions and feeling things, but in a different way than our sacral. Our throat has a lot to do with communication, our third eye has a lot to do with intuition and thoughts, and then the crown chakra has a lot to do with our connection to a higher power, our spirit world, um, our sixth sense too. Like these work together, and like I said, they're all related. They have some overlapping characteristics. We're going to be focusing on the solar plexus today. We're going to do yoga poses and breathing and such that really balance, put this area into harmony and activate it. So once again, self-confidence, just that's the easiest way to remember my solar plexus. We talked about posture in the sacral chakra class. So same thing. If you are not feeling confident and you're at a party, you might cover your solar plexus because you feel a little bit uncomfortable. And so just like we might naturally go into this posture when we're not feeling that confident, our shoulders might be hunched, we might cross our arms, our posture might be like this. We can physically say, I'm choosing to stand tall. I'm choosing to open up the front of my body. I'm pulling my shoulders back. We can use affirmations like, I am confident. I am secure. I trust myself. I am balanced. My core is strong. Things like that to, from the outside in, tell our body, I am confident. I do feel good. I do feel strong. I do feel healthy. I do feel balanced. A lot of this area has to do with motivation. If you have it balanced, you have a good self-discipline. You have motivation to do the things you want to do. And you can also set healthy boundaries. You can tell people what you want, what you don't want, what you'll find acceptable, what's not acceptable. And if you think of the warrior energy, you're brave, you're confident. A warrior doesn't necessarily, like the best warrior is not the one who's the craziest and the one who just goes out and like fights the most people. A warrior is somebody who picks their battles wisely, who has strategy, who has restraint, and somebody who is powerful and wise and strong. So this confident energy, a warrior, the best warrior never has to actually fight because they'll find a way to set boundaries and make things around them peaceful. That's what I feel. But a warrior is still brave and stands up for themselves. So if you have a good, balanced, healthy sacral, I keep saying sacral, solar plexus chakra, you have a sense of purpose. You have the ability to accept how things are, accept other people, but not be a pushover. You trust yourself. You have choice. You choose how you want to react. If it's imbalanced, you might find yourself as feeling insecure a lot, feeling passive or weak, maybe having really low energy and bad digestion or digestive issues a lot of the time. And another on that's like the weaker lower end of the solar plexus. Now, if the solar plexus is imbalanced and overactive, you might be aggressive and dominating. You might think like, oh, that person is so confident, but really they're just a bully. And that is not a balanced sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra either. I'm just going to call it the yellow chakra or something. Solar plexus chakra. So just like the other chakras, if you have an imbalanced solar plexus chakra, you may find that you have excessive weight gain, especially around the abdominal area. And once you get your body into balance, you'll find that you eat healthier, you make good decisions for yourself. And here I'm using a microphone. I'm doing something new today. So an affirmation that you can use is, as I take on new challenges, I feel calm, confident, and powerful. And if you have your notebook nearby and you want to write this down, you can, or you can sit here with me and put your hands on your solar plexus and try to embody this affirmation. As I take on new challenges, I feel calm, confident, and powerful. As I take on new challenges, I feel calm, confident, and powerful. And really feel it in that area, getting yellow and bright. As I take on new challenges, I feel calm, confident, and powerful. Keep your eyes closed if you like, and just sit in that feeling of calm. Take a breath of calm. Take a breath of confidence. And take a breath of power, feeling powerful. Wonderful. Just going to see what I wrote down over here. So we talked. So let's just talk about some more affirmations that can be helpful for the solar plexus. Feel free to write them down or just listen or even say them out loud after I say them. So I feel motivated to pursue my purpose. In our journaling, we're going to do a little writing on the purpose because maybe some people don't even know what their purpose is. So they can't really say that affirmation yet. If you feel like you know your purpose, I feel motivated to pursue my purpose. That affirmation can give you the energy to light the fire in your solar plexus so that you can go out there and achieve your dreams and be of service and do the work that you came here to this earth to do. I feel motivated to pursue my purpose. I forgive myself for past mistakes and learn from them. Sometimes we can have an imbalanced chakra because we made mistakes and we feel so guilty for them and so much shame that we just are stuck in this area. So I forgive myself for past mistakes and I learn from them. I forgive myself for past mistakes and I learn from them. Anytime you make a mistake, I forgive myself for mistakes and I learn from them. I forgive myself for past mistakes. I forgive myself for future mistakes and I learn from them. The only thing I need or want to control is how I choose to and how I respond to people. That's a big one. You don't like the need to control can manifest in the solar plexus area and can make you aggressive, to have unhealthy boundaries, to be dominating, to be bullying, or to be super passive, because that could be a way to control people too, being passive aggressive. So the only thing I need or want to control is how I choose to and how I respond to situations, people, places, things. That one, you can word it however you want, but the idea is the same. It's like the serenity prayer. whether you want to say God, love, whatever, grant me the serenity to accept the people I cannot change, the courage to change the one I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's a people one. The regular one, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I have the courage to create positive changes in my life. That's another good one. I have the courage to create positive changes in my life. Warrior energy. I have the courage to create positive changes in my life. Another thing you can add to that is and the capability and the ability to do so. Make your affirmations your own. Give yourself tools, give yourself time, give yourself love in healing and developing and balancing this area. If you've experienced trauma and you feel like your solar plexus chakra is imbalanced, it's going to take time to get it back into balance. Okay, so let's do our writing and then we'll get into our physical poses and yoga class. So we're going to just take a moment to say my intention for my yoga practice today is whatever it is. My intention for my yoga practice today is. So you can put your hands on your solar plexus and check in with yourself. What is my intention for my yoga class today? Let's take a moment to do that. It's interesting today. I woke up with my stomach feeling a little upset. I don't know if it's from something I ate or emotional stuff that I'm processing. Part of me even thinks maybe because I'm working on this area of my body for this class this week, some stuff's coming up. So I put for my intention, you could put anything, whether it's one word or a sentence or a paragraph. My intention for my yoga practice today is to feel calm in my belly. So I'm going to use that as my anchor whenever I bring up intention to just check in with myself, check in with where I'm at, check in with my intention. Am I calm in my belly? Calm and centered, maybe. I feel calm and centered. I'm adding a word to mine. Great. So the next thing we're going to do is write on the topic of this. What do I feel is my purpose in this life? And I'm going to put on a 5-minute song to give people 5 minutes to write. You can meditate if you want for 5 minutes. You can stretch. Just use this 5 minutes to do whatever you would like to do. Pressing play. 5 minutes is starting now. about 30 more seconds, we'll wrap up this writing time, and we will move on to a short little writing. Lovely. So for the next writing assignment, it's just going to be a quick one, and I'm going to replay this because the background was hard to read. So I put a line here and a line here, and PIES. PIES, they stand for physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. So I'm going to play the music again and just take a moment to write in each of those boxes, if you like, what you can do today for your physical body, something you can do for your intellectual side of your body, your emotional, and your spiritual sides. And this is just a little time because our yoga practice is for ourselves, right? So whatever comes up in these boxes, you can, now that you've identified it, you can do it for yourself today. So let's take a few minutes to fill out these boxes for ourselves. If you find that the same word comes up, that's okay. If you find that you can't think of something for one of the boxes, that's okay too. If you're enjoying and you're filling all these boxes and super inspired and the words come to you easily, that's also okay. Everything that comes up, don't judge it. The only thing that really isn't helpful is judging. Nobody feels good when they are judged or they're judging other people, right? Acceptance, balance, love, forgiveness, peace, trust. Another acronym that has helped me have self-confidence, have a more balanced solar plexus chakra is this acronym for the word trust. Total reliance upon spiritual timing. Trust. When I have trust, real trust, my solar plexus feels strong and healthy and balanced. All right, I'm going to stop this music. So feel free to wrap up your writing. And I'm going to share my audio without sharing my screen with the solar plexus music, and we can get started. So let's take a moment to just stand in mountain pose, our feet together, our hands facing forward, our shoulders back, good posture. And let me just check out this lighting here. If maybe this lighting helps not have so much glare behind me. Ooh, it's flickering. What if I turn it off? Okay, there we go. Here we go. Take a moment to get grounded in your feet, feeling the earth beneath you. Let your legs be powerful, standing tall. Let's put our hands on our belly. I stand in my personal power. If you ever have to give a speech or you're going into an interaction where you are feeling like you need to touch base with your confidence, with your power, you can go in a bathroom and do this. You can go outside, somewhere where you have privacy. Put your hands on your belly and state the affirmation or recite it in your head. I stand in my personal power. I guarantee you, when you put your arms back and you walk into a room, you are going to have, like, imagine you're Wonder Woman or somebody who you think is strong and powerful, and harness their energy. You have the power to do that with your mind, with your thoughts, with your intention. Take a moment to go back to your intention for your yoga practice today. Put your hands on your belly and say whatever it is in your head where your intention is. My intention for my yoga practice today is... Wonderful. Let's sit down in a chair, an imaginary chair, hands above our head, butts coming to the ground. Using your core to help stabilize you, feeling that area of your body, even though you might feel a lot of going on in your legs. Feel your core working. Arms, fingertips stretched forward, energy coming out your fingertips, going all the way down your arms, down your neck, down your back, through your legs, into your feet. I stand in my personal power. Wonderful. Let's lean forward for our first forward folded class. Hands can touch the earth. You can bend your knees in order to get into this position. Be gentle with yourself. We are just starting to move. We are just starting to practice. Let's wiggle our hips a little by bending and straightening our knees just a little bit to get some movement here. Good. Let's bend our knees completely. We're going to come down into a little ball. Feet. I'm on the balls of the feet. So from the side, instead of your heels being down, we're bringing our toes up. If you can, if this is comfortable for you now, I'm going to offer some variations too. You can have a block under your butt. If this is uncomfortable for your knees, just stay in chair or have a seat. Whichever height is comfortable for you, you can bring your toes up and be like this. If you feel comfortable without the block, toes up, we're going to balance. Back straight, arms coming up. Breathe. Wonderful. Hands on the ground. Try to get your heels flat into a forward fold. Your knees can be bent. Feet together. We're going to walk our knees forward and back. Starting to warm up our lower spine. If you feel comfortable, after the next one, you can straighten your legs. We're going to go back into this little tucked seated position. Balance, balance, balance. Your solar plexus are shining forward. I stand in my personal power. I am confident. I am healthy. I am strong. Hands to the floor, heels coming up to the sky. You may straighten your legs if you feel warmed up enough to do so. If not, keep your knees bent. Keep walking out your knee left and right, left and right. Or stay still in your forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Great. Coming to the ground. We're going to lay on our backs and do a very small movement to warm up this area of our body. So when we are sitting in this position on our backs, let's put our hands up in order to receive. My spine is neutral right now. But if I push it into the ground, you'll see that my belly button gets rooted into the ground. If I arch my back, my belly button comes up higher. So we're going to do a little exercise to warm up our spines. We're going to push our spine into the ground, tucking our hips slightly, and take a breath here. We inhale, exhale, release. One more time, pushing our spines into the earth. We inhale. Exhale, release. Now really arch your spine on the release and start stretching out your back. Inhale here. Exhale, neutral. On the next one, let's start rolling our spine so our hips come up. We're going to bring a block underneath our sacrum, our lower spine. Now you can just hold the bridge if you feel warmed up enough to do so. If not, you can have a block under your lower back to support you in a supported bridge here. So in this position, our stomach is starting to stretch. Our hips are facing the ceiling. We're going to come down now. You can remove the block and be flat on the ground in a neutral position. Now we're going to take the block. If you don't have a block, just do your bridges regularly. That's okay too. I'm just offering lots of variations. Okay, so the block is in between my thighs now. So my thighs are a little closer together than I do bridge pose without a block. We're going to squeeze the block with our thighs. Let's do 10 little squeezes. 10, 9, 8. Really activating the inner thighs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, squeezing the block. When we do this, we're using our lower back muscles. We're using our glutes. Our core is strong. Breathing into the belly. One more breath. And lower. Removing the block this time. We're going to come up for a bridge. I like to widen my feet just a tad. Coming up for a bridge. Really feeling your stomach getting a stretch here. The front of your body is long. You can imagine your knees pulling away long from your body, from your head to your knees, this long line of energy. Really waking up the solar plexus. Nice. Let's curl into a little ball, stretch out our lower back, rolling your knees around one direction, rolling your knees around the other direction, giving your lower back a little massage on the ground. Great. Now let's straighten one leg. Now this is a time where you could get a strap or a towel to wrap around to help you if you can't reach your legs. I'm going to breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. You flex the foot or have it relaxed or pointed. Inhale. On the next exhale, if you like, you can straighten your bottom leg. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing the leg in. We're going to do a gentle twist. Looking to the other side when you're... Now you want to do this in a way that's gentle for your back. So first we're twisting. We're making sure our spine is long, not crunched in when we do our twists. So our spine long. Then gently starting to look back, keeping the length of our spine so it's safe when we do our twist. We don't want to crunch our vertebra. We want to elongate and recharge the energy between every single vertebra we have. Breathing in the air all the way from your crown to your lower spine. Exhale, twist. Breathing in. Exhale, twist. Gently coming back to neutral in the center. We're going to bring our right leg to the sky, or if you did your right leg already, switch legs. So once again, you can get a strap. Your toe can be straight or flexed or pointed. Then inhale. Exhale. So from this position, think about your hip, your leg, it's like that song. It's attached to the hip bone, right? So your femur is this long long bone in your thigh. Think about, instead of crunching it in to your hip bone, elongate. Make sure that you're not pushing them in together, because squeezing that right there will cause a little pinch in the muscles that are surrounding your hip and your leg bone. So think of this being long. So if you need a strap so that you're not crunching, maybe you're here, but this gives you a stretch without pushing your hip and your leg together. Elongate. Inhale. Exhale. So right now I'm grabbing my toes because it feels like I can pull my leg away from my hip and it feels good. So on the next exhale, we're going to straighten our leg. Inhale. Exhale your bottom leg if you like for a deeper stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing our right leg down, we're going to twist to the other side once again. Remember, elongate your spine, long energy up every single vertebra. And then if you like, you can look to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, long line of energy. Exhaling, twist. Coming back to neutral, into a little ball. We're gonna roll on our spine. Rolling up into a rag doll. Grabbing your elbows, feet are about hip width apart. We're just gonna sway. Breathing, swaying, and rolling up one vertebra at a time, bringing our feet together. We rise, hands touch, hands come through heart center, back to the ground. Let's go back into a plank. Nice and strong core here. Let's lift up our right leg, keeping our hips in line. So instead of lifting your hips and turning, we're going to try to keep our hips facing the ground, lifting the right leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering into child's pose. You can stretch out your wrists, roll them out a little bit if that was feeling like it was hard on your wrists, or your wrists just want a little stretch, feel free. Coming back up into plank. Left foot rising to the sky, core strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming to plank, we're going to put our knees to the ground and lower slowly. Rising up. Now, this is a time when you can get a bolster for a supported cobra. So from here, I'm actually going to put the bolster the long way like this. And then coming up into a supported cobra. So regular cobra, you're lifting from the ground, you don't have this bolster. This bolster just helps that I can pull my shoulders back a little more. I'm not using any of my arm strength, completely using my back to be in this cobra position. Now from here, I'm going to use a little bit of my arm strength, but mostly my back to lift up higher. Inhale. Neck long. Exhale. Stretching the front of my belly. Lowering down. Let's relax for a second. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. We're going to try this again. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to your side. Lifting up into cobra that's supported, not using our arm strength at all. You can also do this with blocks or a blanket. Then we're going to use a little bit of our arm to push the ground away, using mostly our upper back muscles. Long cobra. If you like, you can straighten your arms for full cobra. So from our feet can be together too, or a little bit separated. There's different variations. Coming up, feel the energy up your spine. I'm separating my feet a little. That allows me to go a little higher. Stretching my stomach. Every vertebra getting long through the top of my head. The energy up, up, up. Fingers spread wide. Inhale. Exhale, lower. You can lay on your bolster and look to the other side if you were looking to a side while you're resting. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale back to child's pose. Forehead to the ground. Heels coming back. I know we do a lot of talking in the beginning of these chakra classes, but there's a lot to discuss and learn, and that's a big part of our yoga practice. Yoga, really, if you study the 8-limbed path of yoga, it's not only about the postures, the movements, just one of the limbs. Okay, taking this bolster in front of us, we're going to try a supported bow pose. So bringing one heel back. Now this is a time when you can also use straps to help you grab your feet. If you can reach your feet, we're going to reach for the front of our ankles and come up just like this, stretching out our fronts a little bit. You can continue to do cobra if this is too much for you. Breathing, breathing. And coming out of this. Now we're going to switch where the bolster is to be under our knees. So our chest come to the ground, grabbing the heels again. This time it's going to be harder to lift our chest. So the other time our knees stayed on the ground, now our chest is going to stay on the ground, and we're going to lift our heels with a supported area under our thighs and hips. Lifting, 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 and relax. We're going to remove this bolster. And if you feel ready, we're going to do full bow pose. So from here, kick your feet, your ankles into your hands, using your back muscles to lift up, looking up, long spine. Breathing into your solar plexus. And relax, coming back into a child's pose. Gonna straighten our legs into our first down dog of class. Stretching long. Walking our feet to our hands. Coming up halfway, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise, hands touch. Hands to the heart. Take a moment, stand in this position, checking in with your intention. My intention for my yoga practice today is I stand in my personal power. Lifting your arms up on an inhale. We fall to the earth, touching the ground, bending our knees if you need to, rising up halfway, lift. Plant the palms, stepping back. We lower from plank to the ground, rising into an up dog or cobra. Up dog, your knees are off the ground, legs straight, heart shining forward. head long. Back into down dog. Let's take 5 breaths here. Lifting your right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog, we step forward, lowering your back foot so it's flat at about a 45-degree angle. Right foot forward, left foot back, we rise up. Arms by our ears, fingers pointing to the sky for warrior 1. Take a moment. I stand in my personal power. Check in with your solar plexus. This is the area, the power center of your self-confidence, shining forward in this warrior position. Now, as we open up into warrior 2, our back foot can come so that the arch of the heel is in line with your heel of your front foot. The foot does become a little flatter edged as opposed to 45 degrees. Closer to 90 degrees, more like 85. Do what feels right for your hips, for your alignment. Arms long, pulling away from each other. Inhale. Exhale, sink lower if you like into your warrior 2. Feeling strong in the center of your body. I stand in my personal power. We're going to reverse the warrior. And on the next round, we windmill our arms, frame our foot, come back into plank, lower down, up dog, back into down dog. Take a couple breaths here. We're going to repeat it, the sequence on the left leg forward. So breathe. Left leg rise to the sky. Coming forward, framing our left foot with our hands, we rise up, lowering our back foot to be flat, about 45 degrees into warrior 1. Breathe here. Check in with your intention for your yoga practice today. Check in with your solar plexus and your power center, your confidence. Feel the fire burning in your belly as you're cleansing, balancing, and strengthening this area, this warrior essence of yourself. Now, as you open your arms, you can adjust your feet a little bit. Arms long, straight, bending the front knee in your warrior 2. You can look over the front of your hands. Confident, leaning back. Reversing the warrior. And on the next inhale and exhale, we do our chaturanga. Into up dog. Back into down dog. Take a couple breaths here. Now lower the knees. We're in child's pose. Coming into tabletop, we're going to inhale into cow, exhale into cat. Inhale, our belly drops, eyes look up. Exhale, spine rounds. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Now, if you feel like changing the direction and rolling out your cat-cows, feel free to do so now. Switching directions. Bringing our feet forward. forward. We're going to lay on our backs, crossing our right leg over our left, knees in line. We can grab our ankles like handlebars and pull them close to our butt, stretching out the sides of our hips. You can rock side to side for more stretch wherever you like it. And if you find a sticky spot, stay there, hang out. Enjoy the stretch. You can hold it in one place if that's what's calling you today. Switching legs, left knee on top, grabbing our ankles like handlebars, roll side to side. Find where you need your stretch the most today in your hips. Great. Now just starting or ending class the way we started. We're going to take a breath. First, bringing our spine in contact with the earth. Feeling your core engaged, take a breath. Relax to neutral. Now, arching your back a little, taking a breath where your front belly stretches quite a bit. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing your spine in contact with the earth, take a breath. Neutral. Inhaling with your spine arched, really stretching the front of your belly with this breath. Exhale to neutral. Let your legs come out into our final resting pose for Shavasana. Let everything go. Trust that all the work you did here was exactly what you needed in this time. Keeping your eyes closed, we're going to go through a little relaxation from your head to your toes. So starting with the top of your head, let any thoughts, let any tension, let any thinking just go. They don't need to be swirling around your heads right now. Relax your scalp, relax your ears, relax your temples, relax the area between your eyebrows, relax your cheeks, relax your lips, relax your tongue. Relax your jaw. Let that relaxation melt down your neck into your shoulders, letting the relaxation allow your shoulders to fall back into the earth, resting heavy, supported. Release any tension in your upper back. Let your heart shine forward as your back nestles into the ground, releasing any tension in the middle of your back, releasing any tension in the front of your stomach, relaxing your lower spine, releasing any tension in your hips, in your thighs. letting the melting, relaxing sensation move down the front and the back of your thighs, down your knees, down your shins and your calves, relaxing through your ankles, through the tops of your feet, relaxing your heels, the arches of your feet, the balls of your feet, the tops of your toes all relaxing. Finally release and let go. Your whole body is supported. Your whole body is relaxed. Taking some more time here to just be with yourself, safe, snuggled into your mat. When you feel ready, rolling over to one side, pushing yourself up to a seated position. We'll meet seated on our mats. Just one last gentle movement. If you want to keep your eyes closed, you can. If you need to look at the screen, you can. Otherwise, just follow my instructions. We're going to shine our heart forward and lean forward. Our hands are on our knees. We circle to the right. Then we start to roll back our spine arches. These are like our rolling cat-cows, but we're seated. Coming to the left, our heart comes forward. Let's roll to the other side. Just waking up our bodies and getting back in touch with our solar plexus. Now, find a neutral position in the middle, hands to your solar plexus. One hand can be on top of the other. Breathing into this area, we inhale and exhale. I stand in my personal power. I am confident. I am healthy. I am balanced. I am strong. Bringing our hands, palms facing each other, pressing against each other. Thumbs to our third eye, to the middle of our forehead, in between our brows. Paying attention to our thoughts. Only allowing those that empower us and build us up into our lives. Anything else that's not invited, we allow to pass with ease and grace. Cultivating beautiful minds. Bringing our thumbs near our lips. My speech today will be blessed and beautiful. Bringing our thumbs to our throats. Everything that passes through my body, from my heart to my mouth, from my head to my heart, will be balanced, healthy, happy, and strong. Bringing our thumbs to our hearts. My feelings, I allow to be positive, to be encouraging, to be patient and kind. And bringing our thumbs and our hands back to our solar plexus. I trust my instincts. Trust. I have trust. Total reliance upon spiritual timing. I stand in my personal power. Bringing our hands to our right below our belly button. I feel comfortable experiencing emotions. I trust my feelings and my experiences. And bringing our hands to the earth, I feel grounded. I feel connected to this experience. I feel safe. Bringing our hands to our knees in order to connect with our bodies, grounding ourselves. I thank you, yogis, for practicing with me today. We can bring our hands back to our solar plexus just to connect with our personal power, with our confidence. Let us do good in this world. Let us take care of ourselves in order to be of service to others. Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, friends.